Hello everybody. It's Sunday. It's time for me to service you. Hello Facebook. Hello Instagram. If you see me looking up, I'm watching Facebook comments. If you see me looking this way, I'm watching Instagram comments. So how are we all? Where are you watching me from? Give me a like, give me a love, give me a share. It's your Aunty Nelly, and here I am. Yeah. High on codeine. I need to just put that out there. So not only do I answer international Dear Aunty Nellies, but today might be a bit different because the advice I give is purely for entertainment purposes. Purely for entertainment purposes. You know, if you're in any danger, ring the police. If you've got a medical problem, go and see a general practitioner. And here I am, high on codeine. Nobody knows what's going to happen this afternoon because I've not even filtered the Dear Aunty Nelly. So there could be Sunday service, it could be nighttime with Nelly, or it could be something completely different. What else do I need to say? My surgery went well on Tuesday and I have managed to do a poo. So how exciting is that? Your Aunty Nelly's had a shit. And I think it was more the fear of having a shit because I knew that it was going to hurt. But hello Instagram, how are you? Hello Facebook. I am absolutely off my face on codeine. Anyway, so I just thought we'd do Sunday service on Instagram and on Facebook. Instagram loves kicking me off. So we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, please keep writing into the page for your nighttime Nellies, which will be back on Wednesday. Keep writing into the page for your Sunday services, which we're going to do more of on a Sunday, because that's why it's called Sunday service. And actually, yesterday, I asked for you to give me some advice on what reviews you want me to start reviewing again, because I buy and try, so you don't have to. And you all just kept telling me what to do to have a poo. So I've had a poo now. So if you want to let me know what reviews you want, which it was really, really good advice anyway. A lot of people champion Senecott. Some people say stand on your head and do Chinese alphabet backwards. But we've got there. We've actually had a shit. We've had a post-op shit. And for anybody who's had any kind of procedure on the lady bits, they know that it wasn't pleasant. But we've managed it. I can't put ring light on because I can't find me no glare glasses. So this will have to fucking do. But I am bathed, showered, fresh air, and here I am. So without further ado, shall we start Sunday service? Because I will be absolutely bang on honest with you. I haven't got a fucking clue what I'm talking about. So I think I've done the disclaimer. Any advice I give is purely for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, and I'm feeling much better. In fact, I'm not really feeling anything because when I take codeine, I can't even feel my face. But it does what it's got to do, and I'm taking fibrogel now every time I have my codeine so that I'll be alright for shitting in future. How long did I go without a poo, says Beverly? I had my surgery on Tuesday and I had a little one last night, bits of Maltesers. And then this morning, woohoo! I had a week's worth of shit. I wanted to say something then, but it's gone. So I think today's live is going to be really fucking interesting. Dear, if it's War and Peace, I'm not reading it out. So when you write into your Aunty Nelly, just don't put shit in that is not necessary, like he's 36 and I'm 34 and he's got green pants on and I like wearing cardigans. No one's interested, it's not part of the problem. But please let me know where you're watching me from. Give me a like, give me a love, give me a share. And if it is your first time watching your Aunty Nelly do Sunday service, God help you. But Sunday service is a lot nicer than nighttime Nelly. Nighttime Nelly seems to be a lot of sexual problems. Sunday service can be like, I can't stand my neighbour. But I can. I've got a brilliant neighbour. Our Roy next door. You all know Roy, don't you? Our gentle giant. And he's like, not just my neighbour, but he's my best friend as well. So Dear Aunty Nelly, I have been friends with... Oh, I had to wish somebody an happy birthday and I forgot. Oh, fuck a duck. Wait a minute. It might be in messages. I don't know if this is going to work. Yeah, Emma Louise Flaherty, happy 26th birthday. Yay! Dear Aunty Nelly, I've been best friends with my best friend for nearly a year now. We met on a dating app and began talking. Everything was lovely and we eventually met. However, I started to feel things for him and he did too. Ooh. Then a few weeks ago, he just said, listen, I do see you as a best friend and nothing more. So he gave me false hope. We've even slept together twice and it was really nice. And we used to talk on phone nearly every day, but now I don't hear from him. I feel like I'm second best when it comes to his other friends who live nearer to him, but I don't even know who they are. I feel like there could be... Well, even if we're together, I can't help. But I don't know what this person said. I feel like a right pickle. I'm finding it really hard to live with at the moment for not hearing from... right, so, okay, right. So we don't really need to read War and Peace because I know what's going on here. You're saying you've met someone on a dating app, right, nearly a year ago, and then that were like before COVID, weren't it? So things were like quite all right. And then you slept with each other a few times. You call this person your best friend. Hello, Instagram, I keep forgetting you there. You call this person your best friend. It's not your best friend, it was just a shag love. And now they're like ghosting you a bit, they just want to be mates. Well, I think a lot of relationships that might have like gelled a bit before lockdown, when lockdown come in March last year, nobody were really dating. Nobody really knows how to date in lockdown or with COVID. So I think things just fell off the wagon. You weren't able to keep up the momentum. And I think you've just got to fucking move on and stop thinking that it's your best friend because it's not. And you've got to get some more friends. You've got to fill your time. This person's been right nice to you, really, and just said, actually, I just want to be friends. And some people's way of being friends with people is not the same way of wanting to be friends with people. They may not see friends the same as you see friends. But I think you need to stop worrying about what you had. You had a nice time, slept with him a few times, as a nice friend, keep him in your phone, but fucking move on. Yeah. So I don't really think they have ghosted you, actually, because they did say, look, you know, I'm not really feeling it, let's just be friends. So there you go. So you don't need to be stuck. You're feeling stuck because the other person that's making you stuck is you. You're sticking yourself. I don't know what we're going to do today, but let's move on to the next one. I don't know why I'm doing Sunday service on codeine. Do you know what I thought as well were? I went into hospital on Tuesday and every fucker knew about it. Every fucker and his wife knew about it. Not a fucking flower I've had. Wouldn't you think that flower companies would think, oh, Queen Flower Pot's going in for a procedure, we'll send her a bunch of flowers and she might give us some free advertising. Not a fucking flower. Well, I'll tell you what it is, right? I've been in, I've come out, I'm absolutely fucking fine. I don't need your fucking flowers because I've got my own flowers. If I want flowers, I buy my own fucking flowers and I don't want ice looking like Chapel Arrest. But I'm just saying, don't bother fucking sending them now because it's a week too late and I'll show you up. But I'm just saying, wouldn't you think if you were business-minded, you'd have jumped on that canoe? On that canoe? Fucking hell, Aunty Nelly, I am a widow and I have been for 5 years. I've been seeing a man 11 years my junior. Ooh, for over 2 years we have an exceptional sex life. But I always have a gut feeling he's holding back. He's still married. Oh, that might be it. That might be it. But they've been living in the same house, but apart for 6 years. Oh, God, do I let him go or keep giving it benefit of doubt? Benefit of doubt for what? He lives in an house with his wife and reckons that they're not together and they sleep in separate beds. And there's a reason why he's holding back, wanting to progress the relationship. I think it's because he's having his fucking cake and eat it, love. I might be being a bit too... I don't know, a bit too cynical there, but I have a strong feeling that he's spreading you a load of lies and pretending that wife and him don't sleep in the same bed and they've not been together for 6 years. But I reckon you're a side dish. And I'm telling you now, flower pots, I don't care who it is, but you ain't no fucking side dish. If you're not the fucking starter, main dish and pudding, walk away. Walk a fucking way. No, we're too good for that. We're nobody's fucking side dish. We are the main fucking meal. So yeah, that's what I think. Your gut, and I don't think any of us ever in life should ignore our gut, because our gut is saying something not quite fucking right here. Our gut is the red flag, so never dismiss it. Never dismiss it. Fucking 6 years living in the same house, separate fucking beds. Fuck off. Pull another one, it's got fucking bells on it. Dear Aunty Nelly, can I ask you a question? You absolutely can, and I don't know what the answer's going to be, but I'll be just as surprised as we all are. If someone says to you they don't like you no more and hate you, this is all in text type, so I've had to like get on down with kids. So yeah, if someone says they don't like you no more and hate you, and you ruin their life and they want to be happy without you and move on, then they get a new girlfriend and stay with her 3 months, then come back all sorry and say that were a big mistake and I want to be with you now, but it's made me feel shit, and they say miss me and want to be with me. How do you get over shit he said that he hates me and I don't make him happy, but now he wants me? Can I go back from that? Hell no. Oh no. There's the door, you went fucking through it. The grass isn't always fucking greener. Let me tell you, the grass is usually astroturf. You've made your bed, now go and fucking lie on it. And if you're any of my exes, I hope you're lying on a bed of fucking nails. No, when we say things in heated arguments, when we say things we didn't mean because our temper, our anger's got the better of us, we've every right to say, I didn't fucking mean that, I were really angry, I'm sorry. But he's actually said, I hate you. I absolutely hate you. You make me life miserable and I'd be happy without you. Well, off you fuck then, flower. Bye, Felicia. Hashtag bye, Felicia. There's the door. Off you fuck through it. Leave me the fuck alone. Because no matter what ex is in your Aunty Nelly's life, and no matter what they've done, I don't hate anybody. Yeah, they could be happier without me because things haven't worked out and I wish them well. But he hates you, you made his life miserable, and now he's saying, oh, I made a mistake and I'll come back. Off you fuck, flower. You wanted your cake, you've ate it, you've now got indigestion. Fuck off and lie on that fucking astroturf. And that's it. Watch a few YouTube videos, because people hoover their astroturf, don't they? Yeah, I'm on Tropicana multivitamins, 12 pressed fruits and 6 vitamins in here. Not that I'm promoting it around, but I'm just trying to be good. I'm back vegan, do you know? Did I tell you I've gone back vegan for January? Just because it resets my body and it does me world of good. Are you still with me, Instagram? Instagram's still with me. They've not kicked me off yet. They do monitor everything I do Instagram because I'm not clean. And I'm not Instagram clean and I'm not an Instagram model. So I think they're just trying to get rid of me. Anyway, as I said, I hope you're enjoying Sunday service. I won't be able to remember any of this unless I watch it back, because I am actually off my face on codeine. But please keep liking, loving and sharing. And please, have I said that any advice I gave is purely for entertainment purposes? You don't have to actually say, I've done that because Aunty Nelly said, you know. But anyway, hello Aunty Nelly. Can I first say, thank you, you've given me confidence and I haven't had for a very long time. Oh, feel like myself again. Good. I like feeling myself as well. I'm hoping to feel like myself again soon. I'm just looking for some advice. My husband unfortunately lost his mum 2 years ago and it's absolutely devastated him. I've tried to be there for him, comfort him, but nothing I do is right. Oh, I get talked down to it all the time and I've been called so many names, I can't even count. He's so angry at the world and it causes some problems because he doesn't care what he says to anyone. I'm scared one day he's going to end up in prison or hospital. I don't know what to do, thank you. Sounds to me like your partner, your husband could maybe really benefit from some bereavement counselling. And I think if he's not willing to take that step and go and see his general practitioner and say, look, I'm really struggling here from the death of my mum. I'm so fucking angry. I speak to my partner like shit. It's affecting my daily life. Because when we lose somebody very close to us, we do go through grief. We do go through bereavement. It's normal. And I always think that grief, the way that, you know, it's because it's that love for that person has no longer anywhere to go, and it festers. So if he's not willing to do that in order to make things better in his own life and start to accept the grief, deal with the bereavement, and start finding coping strategies in his life living without mum, then you're going to have to do an intervention. You're going to have to phone the doctors and say, listen, I know you can't give me any details. I know that he should be ringing, but he's not. Please, 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 Mr. GP, will you phone me husband? Because I can't go on like this. I love this man, and it's killing me seeing him in so much pain, and I need somebody to do something. And it's as simple as that. And hopefully the doctor will give him a telephone consultation, point him in right direction, and that'll be that. In the meantime, you do not have to put up with being spoken to like that. You do not have to be anyone's fucking punch bag. And when that is happening at home and he's angry, he's taking it out on you, you leave, you pick keys up and say, I'm not your punch bag, I know you're hurting, but unless you're willing to get any help for this, I can't. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to lock myself in bathroom, in bedroom, read a book, FaceTime my friend. I'm going to go and I will come back when you've calmed down. So remove yourself from that situation, because people sometimes look for that punch bag. And if we allow them to be, if we allow ourselves to be that person, they will continue to do that, because they're getting their needs met where their frustrations being vented, and you're not getting anything back from that, only upset and grief. Okay, so there we go. I hope that's all right. Oh dear God. This says night time with Nelly. It's in the list. Let's go. I broke up with my children's father 10 months ago. He moved out and jumped into a new relationship pretty fast. My new partner is lovely. Oh no, he did, or you did. I broke up months ago. My new partner is lovely. I don't know. I love him and care for him a lot, but now talks have come about moving in together. Ah, right. So he moved on and you've moved on, right? And he wants to move in and have a baby. Oh, at first I thought, oh yeah. But these just past few days I realised I don't really want another child. I'm missing my ex. I'm missing the family we used to be. And even though he's got a new girlfriend, he says it's not serious. How would I even begin to say I regret ending things? So she ended it. Really, need some advice on this, please, please. Well, I don't think, really, you should be making life-changing decisions such as moving in with folk, having babies, getting married in space of 10 months, and not while we've been in a pandemic, because none of us are thinking rationally. I always say to people, do not make any decisions, life decisions, serious decisions. It's all right to pick what you're having for your tea. You know what I mean? What you're going to have for your tea. You can make that decision in lockdown. But don't make life-altering decisions in lockdown, because we're not thinking rational. I'm not thinking rational, especially today on the amount of codeine that I'm on. We cannot think in 10 months. I mean, you can live with somebody for the rest of your life and never know them. But it's not right. It's definitely not right. And I don't want you either to tell your ex what you're thinking. I want you to stop on your own for a bit. Live on your own. Get to know you as a lone parent. Look after your kids. Do everything you've got to fucking do for your kids. And think about, who are you? What do you actually want? Make this lockdown mean something to you. Evaluate every fucking corner of your life. And then if it is a case of, do you know what? I really do want him, he's the love of my life. Then cross that bridge when we come to it. But I don't think you should be doing it right now, especially not right now. Jumping from one to another to jump back. And what? In 3 weeks' time, think, fucking hell, I didn't regret it at all. I fucking hate him. You know, he doesn't even put anything in washing machine. He snores like a fucking pig. No, I want you to stay on your own is best advice as a lone parent. Look after your kids. Please speak to your ex in, you know, arrangements for your childcare, but don't be jumping from a chip pan into a fucking fire, as my mum says. So use this time to evaluate who you are. What do you want? Is your job making you happy, or are you just doing it to pay the bills? Are you happy where you live, or would you like to live by the sea? You know, have a look at everything in your life. What can you change to make you happy? And when your cup is full, then you can move on somewhere else. And you've got everything in your toolbox then to be able to offer somebody a stable, healthy relationship. Yeah? Okie dokie. I have no idea what this one is, but I'm not reading it because I've just scrolled about 17 times and no one's got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Hello, I think you are fab. Thank you very much. Who remembers them fab lollies, fab ice lollies with like 80s lollies or something? It snowed here, there's lots of ice outside and lots of snow, and I don't know when snow's going to fuck off. I need this snow to go. Not that we're going anywhere, we're all in lockdown, so we're not going anywhere, but I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And then people are like, oh, it's snowing, it's brilliant. I'm like, well, we should have just fuck off. From talking about fab lollies to going on about a little bit of an anger rant about snow. Do you know what I did this morning? I did my guided meditation this morning. If anybody wants any of the links, I watch them all on YouTube, they're free, about releasing negative energy. Because this morning I was feeling a bit negative, but I think that's because I've not slept. I'm not sleeping. I can't strip my bed, and I love stripping my bed once a week. But because I've got a super king size fucking bed, at the moment with the way things are with my vagina and having to rest, I can't do it. So I was feeling a bit mad. So I did my guided meditation to release negative energy and put positive chakras in line, and I feel much better. But there were obviously something lingering there because I'm still quite upset about the snow, and I would have been in hairdressers on Tuesday for my roots, and can't because it's all shut. It's all shut because the lockdowns, can't have my roots done. So that'll be a new interesting thing on Instagram if you watch me on my stories, just how grey I can go. How grey can you go? Okay, I think you found that very good. So my ex-partner admitted, to cheating on me 2 days before lockdown. So he left me and my 2-year-old son. He's seen him since then. A few days after he left was Mother's Day. Oh, she must mean at March. And it was one of the hardest days of my life for my son, struggling to understand where Daddy had gone and asking me. So with Father's Day coming up, this is an old dear Aunty Nelly that's pulled through. I'm sorry I didn't read it because Father's Day were in June, weren't it? Some of my friends have said he doesn't deserve anything because he left me, but as I feel like, and I'd be a mug, blah, blah, right. I'm not going to really concentrate too much on that, but can I just tell you something that's really important, right? My husband left me when I was 7 months pregnant with Olivia, okay? And it was coming up to the birth, obviously, because you give birth at 9 months, if that's how it is for a human being. I don't know what elephants are, but anyway. It was coming up to the birth, and people kept saying to me, are you going to have him at birth? Are you going to have him at birth? He's left you for another woman. Are you going to have him at birth? And I was only 21, and I look back now and I think, God, how level-headed and lovely were I, and you know, and nice, because I didn't want him at the fucking birth. I didn't want him at the fucking birth. But I had him there. Thought, no, because this is our child. He's left me, not the child. So we're up there. And then 10 years later, we were sat down in front room, me and Olivia. I don't know if this is making any sense, but anyway, long story short. And we were watching that One Born Every Minute. And there were a dad on there, and he cut the cord. And I remember Olivia turning around saying, Mummy, yes, darling, did Daddy cut my cord? And I said, yes, he did. And it was that moment that I had the clarity of the decision that I'd made 10 years previous, where I wasn't a nasty, bitter bitch. I could have said, no, you're not fucking coming to the birth of my baby. Because there's always two that make a baby, and we've got to do what's right for the baby. And I felt so proud 10 years after that I went, yeah, your daddy did cut your cord, rather than having that big conversation of, well, no, he didn't. Well, why, Mummy? Why did he not cut? Well, because I were a nasty, evil, bitter old bitch, and because he'd left me, I didn't want him to be there. So I didn't have to have that conversation because I made the right decision. So what I'm trying to say is, hi, I'm Claudine. when it comes to a child, no matter what a fucking wank splat he is, doesn't matter. You've both made this baby and you've got to make decisions for this child in the best interest of the child. Now, if he's a fucking drug addict or a pisshead or whatever he may be, and that's putting that child at risk, I get it. Absolutely, I get it, because it's all about that child, their safety. What else am I going to say? It's not about you. It's not about you and your anger and your concerns and how they've wronged you. Doesn't matter. It's about that child. So that's all I'll say about that. So I hope you've understood that, because I have no idea what I'm saying. I still can't feel my face. Blah, blah, blah. My boyfriend, dear Aunty Nelly, is insisting that we book a holiday. But I have said we can't afford a holiday, to which he said, but I can, and I'm going with my mates. Oh, we both work, but we are supposed to be saving for a house deposit. But he said, with all the COVID, he thinks we should put moving in together on hold, and as soon as he's allowed to book a holiday, he's going on a lad's holiday. I said, you can't afford a lad's holiday, we're saving up. And he said, I'm being boring and controlling, and he'll go away with his mates if he wants. I just can't stop him. We'll never buy a house at this rate. I just don't know what to do. Can you help? You can't make somebody move in with you if they don't want to. You can't hold them prisoner. You can't make him, can you? And if lad wants to go away for a lad's holiday and he sees that as more of a priority than saving up and actually looking at your future together, then maybe you need to be having the conversation of, do you actually want a future with me? Do you want to move in? What do you mean put things on hold? Yeah, you can put things on hold. Absolutely. Everybody has. And I always say, things are not cancelled, they're just postponed. So maybe he's thinking of like, well, we won't be fucking moving in anyway, we're in lockdown. So when I am allowed to go away, I want to go away. So you need to look at his priorities and think about what he's actually saying when he's saying it, because it doesn't sound to me like you're having a proper communication in this relationship. It sounds to me like you're on both different pages, if that makes sense. So you need to find out exactly where you're going. Exactly what are you doing to save up? Is he putting so much in a month and you're putting so much in a month? Is that the bank balance that he's thinking he's going to take out and go on his holidays with? Where's this money coming from? Communication is key, especially if we're looking to have some kind of commitment or relationship with somebody. We need to know exactly what they're bringing to the fucking table. Because what are you bringing and are they matching it? And if they're not, fuck him off, because it might be lockdown the excuse now, and then next year there might be a different excuse and there might be a different... So does he actually want to proceed, or is he seeing it as perfect opportunity to think, oh, I've got off with it again, fucking hell, thank fuck for that, I'm going to go fucking Barcelona with lads, nice one. You need to be having that conversation, and you need to be asking him the questions that I think sometimes we don't want to ask, because it makes us feel vulnerable, and we're all frightened of rejection. But absolutely have that conversation. The sooner the better. Yeah, so... Hello, Aunty Nelly, I'm a guy of 36 and my wife is 34. You see, I don't need to know that. With 2 kids, aged 7 and 3. I don't need to know that. Anyway, I've been ill with coronavirus. So I do apologise, Flowerpot. I hope you're feeling a lot better. And I've been stuck in bed. A work colleague tagged me in Facebook message wishing me well, and my mother-in-law replied, making a really horrible remark. I'm not going to tell you what it is. The thing is, my mother-in-law is an alcoholic and she has a drink problem. Yeah, that's usually it. I was still trying to calm down when she phoned my wife saying her partner was beating her up so she could come and live with us. My partner said yes, but her bloke is soft and soppy. I don't believe her, but my wife is saying she has to come. If she does come, what do I do? Anybody that rings up and says, I need to go to a place of safety, you let them get to that safer place, that that place of safety. We don't question it because we'd like to think that people don't lie. We'd like to think that we are there as a safe haven for somebody who may need it, because we never know when we may need it ourselves. So we don't actually start questioning. That's your partner's mother, regardless of whether she's got a drink problem, she tells lies, she makes comments, whatever. You give that lady a safe place to be. And then you address everything else after. So I don't give a flying fuck if there's a homeless person on the street and they're on that bloody spice shite. If that person is in danger and I can help, I will help. I am not here to judge. So that woman was ringing and saying, I need a place of safety. She might not be your favourite person in the world, but it's your partner's mother. And even if it were a fucking cat from next door, you make sure that if there's somebody crying out for help and I don't give a fuck who it is, you help them. You help them and you ask questions later. And that's all I'm going to say to that. I don't give a shit if you've ever wronged me. If you are crying out for help and I can help, I will help. End of. Yeah? Okie dokie. I hope you're better now. Are you better? I hope you're alright, sweetheart. I don't know when that come in. It could have been. Right. Dear Aunty Nelly, I'm looking for financial advice. Oh, dear God in heaven, I don't know if I'm the right person for financial advice. Can't even fucking add up with a calculator. I'm not Carol Vorderman. I have a few £1,000s worth of debt, which I want to clear, but I've been putting it off because I'm trying to save, which I'm shit at. Anyway, I'm not going to be doing anything in lockdown and cancel my holiday, so my refund has come in, and I have a little pot of money. Do I clear off my debt, or do I put it into a pot saving for a mortgage? Do you think I should use this money to get rid of all the debts? I keep holding on to what savings I have now and gradually adding to it, so I'm doing quite good. I think pay your debts off, because then you'd get a better mortgage when you can get a mortgage. I'm not a financial advisor, and I hope Martin Lewis is not watching this, because fucking hell. Right, if you've got a stash of money, right, and you've got debts, then would you not pay your debts off, and then when you were ready to have a mortgage, would you not get like a better mortgage with a better interest rate if you didn't have a shit credit file? What do you reckon? I think if you can afford to clear your debt, maybe leave a little bit so you're not struggling, but clear off as much debt as you can, or ring your debt people and say, listen, I've got a bit of money, I can't pay you all off at once, but can I pay a lump sum or a chunk? And some people might even say, well, what about if you pay us this and we'll just clear it? That's in the land of Codeine. Yeah, give us 50p now, don't worry, your house is yours. Yeah, so I think I'd clear it. I think clear the debt, have a little bit for yourself so you're not struggling, and then you can be on an even keel then to get a proper, like, nice rate for your mortgage. You don't have to see a backstreet lender. You can go on High Street. I'd been on High Street on Tuesday for my hair, but I can't go. Anyway, yeah, and not just that, it's not nice having debts, is it? I mean, you know, do you ever watch that Can't Pay Will Take It Away? We had them up here a couple of years ago now. There used to be a girl that lived here, I'm not going to say names right, but she'd not paid her nursery fees. And I weren't in, but my mum were here. My mum were like making them all bruise, all cameraman and that. But you can imagine Joanne, can't you? Fucking, she has to get a little nose in everything, bless her. But yeah, can't pay, you shit yourself, wouldn't you? That's War and Peace, we're not reading that. That's War and Peace, we're not reading that. Right. Dear Aunty Nelly, I found a man on the site. Oh, where are these sites that are offering men? Oh, man. He looked pretty nice, and I got up the courage to send him a post. He's 21, and I was thrilled when he replied. We get on well, and it seemed like we had interests in common as well. When he asked me what I was looking for, I said, commitment. He messaged me back, did you see me then, the word commitment? Fucking choked. He messaged me back saying he thought we aren't really looking for the same thing. I don't think we're right for each other. And he wished me luck. Did I say something wrong? Well, you said the C word, commitment. And when people say, like, oh, what you're looking for, even though you're looking for a relationship, so you're looking for a relationship, right? And that's all right, because that means that you're looking for something a bit more substantial than fun. I don't think we should turn up on first date in our wedding dress with 6 bridesmaids and cake. It's frightening, isn't it? It frightened me when you wrote that to me, and I'm not even speaking to you. Commitment, you're like, oh, fucking hell. It's fucking frightening. So, you know, just say like, you know, I'm looking to meet somebody and see where it goes. Maybe. So you've not really said anything wrong, but he might be like me and he might just shit himself at the first sign of commitment. Because as we all know, your Aunty Nelly does not struggle getting engaged. And she don't struggle calling off engagement. She's just struggling with the amount of engagement ring she's got now in cupboard. I'm wondering if Vera Wang wants to buy some back. Yeah, so I think when we're looking, what I'd really like to be in a relationship, I feel ready. I really would like a boyfriend, I feel ready. So it's a case of like, well, I'm not really looking for no strings attached. I'm not really looking for one night stands. I'm not really looking for fun. I just want to meet somebody, see where it goes. I do, you know, feel like I maybe could, you know, be ready for a relationship, but I'm not sure yet. And that's all you have to see. So just see how it goes, but don't mention the C word in like first sentence, because I'd block you. I'd fucking shit myself if I said, oh hi Tom, Heidi, you look nice, what you're looking for? Commitment. I think, fucking hell, fire. Fucking hell, I don't even know, like if you're like fucking vegetarian or something. I don't even know what you do for a job and you're already fucking trying to put wedding bands out. Yeah, it can be a bit scary. So, and you've got to understand that, you've got to appreciate that. So what would I say is, I don't really know what I'm looking for, but I'm not looking for a one night stand. If that's what you're looking for, I'm not your girl. But, you know, just looking to meet up with somebody, go out a few times, have a bit of a laugh and see where it goes. Simple as that. Then, you know, because then as well, if you don't like them, you can say, well, yeah, it's been nice. But, you know, how fit is the Duke on Bridgerton? I'd fucking commit to him. Oh, Jean Paul or something he's called on Instagram. I follow him. I think, really, let's be truthful, I stalk him on Instagram. Dear Aunty Nelly, as I write this, the tears are flowing. I've been divorced from my ex-wife for a number of years, and although I have siblings, we've lost touch with each other. I don't have anyone I can call on as a friend. Oh, sweetheart. Right, I'm not going to read any more of that because it gets a bit depressing, but I'm saying this morning that I've got loads of friends. Well, like your best friends, like you can count on one hand, especially now in your 40s. I've got loads of friends, I've got loads of family. I've got flower pots, I've got my flower pots. I can always go live with my flower pots and have a fucking belting time. It's like a social event. Tesco used to be like that, but don't go anymore. I get home deliveries because of like that virus. And I'm vulnerable. And I've had my shielding letter now as well, so I'm shielding. I'm clinically vulnerable, so I can't go to my uncle's funeral on Wednesday. I don't know what I'm talking. Friends. So it's about using, and social media was invented to connect people. I know it's used for a lot more shit, and I love Tracy falling out with Sheila on Facebook about her exes and whatever as much as anybody else, but if it's used in the right way, it can make us feel so connected. So I speak to my family and friends through FaceTime, text messenger, WhatsApp. You know, I do, and it's about finding that. So it's about coming out of what you think is a negative and turning it into a positive. So maybe join some groups on Facebook. Do you like fishing? Join a fishing group. You know, there are people out there who offer befriending services. Maybe start going for little walks. Don't take a hot drink with you because you'll be fined £200 like them two girls in Derbyshire. You know, but start going out a little bit more when we're allowed. We're not allowed at the minute. So, like I said, any advice gives entertainment purposes only. I ain't paying you fine. But yeah, start joining support groups. Do you like fishing? Do you like sports cars? What do you like? Start talking on these groups. Start doing little bits for yourself. Learn a hobby. You know, I don't know whether to learn a new language, start baking, or just continue to scream at the fucking walls. You know, there's lots of different choices now because we've more time on our hands. So please don't for one moment feel alone. You know, everybody is in the same boat. I live alone. I'm shielding. I don't feel like I've got any friends or any life at the moment, but so I'm using my FaceTime, I'm texting, I'm WhatsApping, I'm using social media a lot more. I'm watching Bridgerton over and over because I love the Duke of Hastings, and I stalk his Instagram. So fill your time with things that make you happy. Because it's hard, because it's so fucking hard. It's really fucking hard. And I think no matter what you're fighting at the moment, what storm you're going through individually, we are all in the same fucking boat one way or another. Whether you've lost somebody, whether it's somebody's fighting for your life, whether somebody's just been diagnosed with it and you're panicking, whether you're not sure of yourself, what you can do, what you can't do, whether you've had to close your business, whether you're worried about your roots coming through, whether, you know, you've championed on the street because you're the best at banana bread, you know, whatever it may fucking be that's getting you through, you know, it's fine. And whatever you feel that I'm upset because I can't go hairdresser, she's upset because she's lost her husband, whatever it may be, your feelings at the moment are valid, no matter what they are. No matter what feelings you've got right now in this pandemic, whether it's I feel lonely, I feel alone, don't know where to turn, I'm struggling to buy toilet rolls, I have no pasta, I can't put gas on, I've lost my job, whatever it is, there will be somebody somewhere out there that will help you. So it's about reaching out and being honest and saying, I'm FaceTiming you again today for the third time because I'm bored and I'm feeling lonely and I'm upset, so cheer me up. Whatever it may be, reach out. Don't fear reaching out because there will all be somebody there, and we're so blessed to have social media to find people virtually because it's so fucking hard. I'm not reading that one, it's too long. Not reading that one because it's too long. Right. And that one, what? Right. I've been dating my boyfriend, so fucking hell, for 3 months. He's intelligent and thoughtful. We are in our 30s and would like to go travelling. Wasn't physically attracted to him at first, but the way he treats me has made me feel that is enough. There's still no spark though, and he does some things that turn me off. For example, chewing food loudly, and I don't really like his dress sense. Then I feel guilty as he would not judge me in that way. I have dated some very attractive men in the past and valued physical attractiveness probably too high. So we've got a little shallow flower pot here. Most of these boyfriends though were narcissistic and made me feel insecure. I'm usually right confident. I'm usually confident about my decisions, and I'm agonising about throwing away a relationship with a man who really adores me. Should I let go or stick with it? Look, this is what I'll say, right? When you meet somebody and you're looking at them, right, could you kiss them? Could you kiss them? And if you can't kiss them, you're never going to want to kiss them. So I've got male friends who are absolutely fucking brilliant, and honest to God, girls out there, they'd be fucking blessed to have an husband like that, a boyfriend like that. But I don't want them, because if you can't kiss them, there's no spark, there's no chemistry. What's the fucking point? I don't want to live with somebody like brother and sister. Now, all you're doing is pulling this man down. Oh, I don't like the way he chooses food, I don't like his dress sense, he's not that attractive. Who are you, fucking Jennifer fucking Lopez? Do you know what I mean? I mean, sometimes we really do need to know what we're batting with, don't we? Do you know what I mean? Are you out of his league? Why? Because you might be a bit nicer looking? Because you sound like a bit of a cunt to me. He sounds like a right nice chap who'll do absolutely anything for you. And this nice chap deserves a right nice girl that'll do anything for him. So when you sit there questioning, well, I don't like his clothes and I don't like this and I don't like that, fucking let him go and get somebody who does like his clothes and who does want to jump on him and who does want to kiss him and will adore him like he adores you. But he adores you because he's a nice person and you're a little cunt. Okay? So re-look at yourself. And I think you should get down off your fucking pedestal. Okay? Paddle your own canoe for a while. Have a good look at yourself. And believe me, unless you're Jennifer Lopez, you've no fucking right. And that's been today's Sunday service, and I have no idea what that last thing were, but all I'm saying is if you can't kiss them, you can't kiss them. You're never going to want to kiss them. You're not. And I think kissing's right important, as is having sexual intercourse. And if you can't kiss somebody, where does it lead to? You know what I mean? So that's been that. So I always say, when you see somebody, when you meet them, and things do progress with friends. They do when we were friends and then things progressed. But you know, don't you? I think you fucking know when you look at somebody, could you kiss them? And if you can't kiss them, you're never going to want to kiss them. And if you can't kiss them, then what's the point? You need to be able to just, you know, let them go and find somebody who will kiss them, because it's well tight otherwise. Yeah, so there we go. I think if the Duke of Hastings of Bridgerton saw me, I think he'd well want to kiss me. I might not give him much choice, I'd attack him like a little poodle. Like the little Bichon Fraser do, Miss Hartley. Anyway, that's been Sunday service, and I'll see you all on Wednesday for night time with Nelly, and I'll see you in between with some reviews. So, yeah, have a good day, whatever you're doing. Give me a like, give me a love, give me a share, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.